You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation. Go on and
See, this is me waiting for Kiki. This is me waiting for me. All y'all out there used to get on me and was like, oh, this nigga Tone, he always late. He ain't never on time, blah, 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 blah. And now, look at it. Look how the tables have turned. Tone was sitting here and was kindly just waiting for Miss Grant to show up. But she's on her way, y'all. She's a couple minutes out. Good morning. You know what I mean? Look. Let me get myself together here because of I'm trying to get my shit together. But it's a good Monday morning. How's everybody's weekend? I don't know. You can't talk to me, respond to me back, but fuck it. I don't care. All right. Tone is on one this morning, because this is Black Tigers week, y'all. This is the week that we go and party for the whole fucking weekend. I'm going to come in here next Monday and be crawling in the seat. I'm going to be half dead, but that's another ball game. Let's see. So did a white man? Did you watch the Saturday Night Live with Dave Chappelle?
No,
you didn't get to watch it. So there's some people that are trying to, I guess, cancel Dave Chappelle about his anti-Semitic remarks or whatever he made, but he didn't say anything. I watched it. I had to watch it to see for myself, and I watched it, and I was like, "Yo, he didn't say shit." I thought it was kind of funny. You know what I mean? It was all right, but. Why are you so mad for? You can't say Jews without them getting upset now. You can't even say Jew.
Just say Jew.
You say Jew, oh my God, here we go. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if you know Dave Chappelle, he has a way of saying things and he tells there's a lot of truth in what he says. He didn't say nothing. He was like, yo, I'm not saying Kanye's crazy, but he's just you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So now you look at what they're doing to Kyrie, because Kyrie posted a link to a video, right? And do you feel that the league or the team is going above and beyond with his apology, with all the things that they're requiring him to do? Do you think that's overkill?
A little bit. I mean, it's the thing is like I don't know why I don't know if he saw the movie or not. I mean, unless he did, I know the movie is on Amazon. So
okay.
Well, I didn't Google it. I know.
I've been watching.
It's supposed to be on Amazon. So it's. I mean, mind you, it's free speech, but at the same time, it's like, look, the league or the Brooklyn Nets have whatever policies they have, and they're going to do whatever they want to do. So, but in all honesty, this is like to me, it's like, oh, Kyrie's mouth is getting him in trouble again. And we're going to see him on the court again.
Yes, and it seems that way. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so he. You're entitled to believe what you want to believe. Your beliefs are your own. You know what I mean? And from my own experiences, I've learned that you got to keep quiet on some of the things that how you truly feel. I don't think that he's anti-Semitic. I don't think that's the case. I think he just saw something and he posted it and he was like, yo, I kind of agree with what they're saying. And now to ask him to do all this extra shit, like...
See, but that's the thing. The unfortunate thing is like no one is wanting to bring in the other party. Like, you can bring... Mind you, everyone's on edge.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
It's like everyone's just like the moment you say something, whatever, against a certain race group, everybody's going to freak out. Instead of like bringing some, some group leaders within that group and especially within that area to come in, have some discussion. And so we can balance things, calm things down and just have a, ideal conversation of why you said this. This is why things are. Mind you, just pitch back and forth so we can have some mutual understanding.
And I get that, and I think
no one wants to do that. That's the sad part. Everyone just wants to go ape shit, and it's like get rid of that dude. And it's like no, let's have some conference. That's what it's all about. Let's have some.
You need to be able to talk about
so
shit.
we can balance it out. And that's the sad part is no one wants to show that type of situation. Showing some calm diplomacy here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean that's just what it is, and I look at certain people. They don't stay. They felt like people felt like they were bashing Kyrie and they were going after Kyrie, and that other people of less color didn't get the same type of energy. When old Brett Favre with his thieving fucking ass, nobody wanted to talk about that. Nobody stood and was, we need to cancel Brett Favre. You didn't want to do that.
Let the federal government handle him.
Exactly. And so you know the sad part about that is? There'll probably be nothing happens outside of that. I don't see anything happening. It's just, what it is we get harsher we get penalized more than people of less color than us.
Well, again, it's based off of how the media puts it out there. Now, mind you, if I'm not saying that Kanye is right, it's like it's the Jewish media. No, it's not that. It's just it's like media in general, doesn't matter whatever, puts out what they want to put out, and of course those editorial comments will come out and they're going to say what they're going to say. Unless you somehow counter it, it's going to be like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree with that. I mean, I think everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That doesn't mean that I agree with what he's saying, but I just read, people, read. This is what I'm gonna say. Read, people, read. You know what I mean? I'm not agreeing. I'm not saying, hey, F the Jews. No, I'm not saying that. No, because they went through some shit, but so did we. So did my people. I'm not going to say me because I didn't go through the shit. I couldn't have done it. You know what I mean? I couldn't have done it. They'd have been trying to lynch my black ass. Besides, being not dark-skinned and like brown-skinned, I'd probably been in the house. You know what I mean? I'd have been a house nigga. And that wouldn't have worked good because I'd have been in the house trying to fuck his daughters. But that's a whole nother story. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother goddamn story. But, yeah, for the most part. So... Shout out. So I know why Kiki's late this morning.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
You know why?
I know why.
You know why? I know why Kiki's late this morning. Kiki doesn't want to, Miss Grant don't want to show her face. Let's see if her car outside. Hold on. Look.
There's the
Oh,
reason,
God's
folks.
out there.
Yeah.
She wants to mosey her ass in here. I would want to mosey my ass in here too.
Is she wearing her gear?
I don't think so. I didn't see her yet, but we bet you know if she come through the door and she ain't got no gear on, y'all know what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? It's real quiet on my timeline this morning. Any other day, any other month, it'd be popping. Oh my God. Nigga, it's quiet. Why is it so quiet on my timeline? I'm going to tell you why it's so quiet on my timeline. Because them bitches lost. It was all hype all week long. I'm going to go home and I'm going to beat my old team. I'm going to beat my old team. And what happened? You let Aaron Rodgers get away and beat y'all.
Here's the funny thing. I saw the last few minutes of that game, and then afterwards I saw the highlights of the Vikings-Bills game.
Uh-huh.
Everyone, I've said this before, and everyone would bash me about stating this statement of sometimes a team lets one, they give it up. They gave it away. And everyone says, oh, that doesn't happen. You know, that the other team comes back. No. Both times, those two games, Dallas and Buffalo gave those games away.
Facts. Buffalo kept giving it away, and Minnesota just couldn't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then Minnesota, and I was happy for Minnesota. You know why I was happy for Minnesota? You know what I mean?
Yep, she's wearing her gear.
She's
folks.
wearing her shitty gear, y'all. I'm happy for Minnesota because why? That was Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean? Kirk Cousins finally won the big game that he was supposed to wear. I don't know why she got that shit on today. I don't know why she got that shit on. Come in, sit down. You know what I mean? Get your microphone, get your stuff together. You know what I mean? But, you know, what had happened was, because Nomi said, don't come for my president like that. Don't come. I'm coming for her like that this morning, y'all. Because if had they won, she'd have came in here with big energy. Big energy.
I just got here.
Okay.
Let me get my energy up.
You want to get your energy?
Good morning.
You're not a yeller.
Happy Monday.
Happy
I'm
Monday.
not a yeller. Please forgive me. Just bear with me until my schedule can kind of
Get together?
can regulate. Yes, they added more stuff, and if people are late, then it means I have to be late. So this morning when I got there
Okay.
at 5:50, no one was ready.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just said the tables have turned.
So they've turned.
They've turned.
They've turned.
I still love you, though.
No, and I love you
So
more.
let's talk about y'all just giving away the fucking game. Y'all niggas suck.
So,
Good
morning.
Good morning, though.
about that.
Yeah.
I can't blame it all on my quarterback. I can't do
Okay.
that. And the play calling and the quarterback together, because you're supposed to make adjustments when you see fit, when you elite, and that did not happen. I will say that I knew these things are not on. I will say that these are not on. No. I hear. Do you?
Yeah, I hear.
So I hear, you got to rumble through them. So one thing about it is we always get the Packers when somebody beat the life out of them. Every single time we play them, they on a war path, and it always ends up being us. They got our number. You can look around all you want to, and you can make the excuses you want to make, but they got our number. And the hype was supposed to be there. It is his old team. The hype's supposed to be there, and you're supposed to support your team. You're supposed to. Do it sound like I'm crying? Do I sound like I'm mad?
Oh, shit.
Whatever excuse you're giving.
I'm not giving.
Whatever
It feels like an
Oh,
excuse.
my God.
Honest, I was telling this to Tone before he came in.
Yeah.
That game and the Bills-Vikings game.
Mm-hmm.
And I said
Vikings
this.
game was like that.
Yeah, it was.
That
No,
Detroit
it's
and
Bills.
Bears game was like that
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like you gave that game away. I don't care what anyone's. I think it's disconnected, but I'll check that.
Okay, thank you.
You guys gave that away. How in the world you guys? I was looking for a fact. It's like you guys go in overtime, a 4th and 4, in field goal range, and you decide to try to go for it. And I was like, no, Dewey, just get some points.
Facts.
And go from there. You say you have a good defense. That was shit out the door because you gave it away. So I don't care what anyone, whoever's commenting right now saying it's like, oh, you don't give things away. No, Bills and Cowboys gave those games away. Those games were winnable. They had it won, and he gave it away.
My post yesterday was, understand we're a way better team than the Packers. And I didn't make no excuses up last night. I didn't. It upset me. I saw some areas that could have been improved. I saw some areas where we dropped the quote-unquote ball. And I also saw areas where that face mask could have meant something that they didn't call. That could have meant something.
There was one call that...
Shout out to Torch.
What did he say?
There was one call that didn't make any sense, was after the overtime kickoff, and the Cowboy player and the Packer player both got a warning because they kind of like congratulated each other for a good hit. It didn't make any sense to me where you had to be penalized. Yeah. I never understood that. So, but overall, it was a good game. You know, but the way I saw it was like Cowboys should have won that. They should have blew them out. And
it should have been.
You gave away a 14-point lead to the point going in overtime.
So saying that, damn, a depleted team, a team that's struggling, you know what I mean, just came in and beat you guys. You know what I mean? Same like, everybody had these high hopes for fucking Buffalo and was like, this is the team that's going to win the Super Bowl. And Minnesota, quiet as kept, is what, 8-1 now? Yeah, they're 8-1 now, right? But they need all them wins. They needed that win yesterday to say, we beat a good team. You know what I mean? And they did that. You know what I mean? And not to say because Buffalo, they was giving the game. It was like, here, we don't want to win today. You win. Go ahead. You know what I mean? And Kirk Cousins and team did that. Shout out to Kirk Cousins. So I like Minnesota. Now, as for Lorenzo Zoe, they are no longer the other Commanders, you know what I mean? And I agree, we're going through some real fucked up shit right now. But shout out to Torch. Torch said, Commanders got more action than your bike got this year. Cut it out. Bingo.
Pull up your email.
Lord?
I printed the wrong shit.
Really?
I did. All this stuff right here. Cause so here's an excuse that is so poor, but it's so the truth. My printer and my copier in my office has been down for 3 days. I put a ticket in for that shit 3 days ago, and I went and I sent it off to the printer, and then realized that it wasn't working, and I sent everything to your email and my email, and went upstairs and printed it off, and I grabbed the wrong stuff.
So okay.
But I kind of know what's on it. But if you look at it and tell me which ones you got.
Something about
you making everybody
talk about
vote.
Dwayne Wade. We'll talk about that. Did you vote the other day? Did you vote? Why the fuck you looking at me like that? Yes or no?
Did you vote?
Yes, the fuck I did vote. I did vote.
How many days you voted?
Only 1 day. You know
what the fuck is going? Hold on, bro.
Only 1 day that you can vote.
No. It's been since last Friday. It's Monday.
Okay.
You can vote. Yes. These
and you got 2 devices right here.
Yes. So you can vote once a day.
Time out. Pause. Time out.
Oh
I was talking about.
Vote. Let's the
elections.
Oh.
Furthermore, I'm still waiting for the fucking link from Kiki.
What
where to vote? I sent it to you.
I
said, is it in the email? Is where do I go to get the link?
I only make the post every hour for the last 5 days.
I haven't seen your fucking shit.
And I posted it from our page.
You can go to rippies2022.com to vote.
Oh my God.
I've been slipping.
These 2 people for male and female personalities.
Yeah, I've been slipping the first 5 days. I've been slipping. I'm sorry. I've been slipping. You know what I mean? But I feel good because I got a new job. So I've been working on that.
I need to go to my car. I gotta go and I got some papers in my car.
All right. So y'all know what it is. We're gonna post a link up there so you can vote. I'll be on it now. You know what I mean? I'm sending it out to everybody. Your mama, tell your grandmama vote. Tell everybody to vote. Fucking vote. Now, woosah, breathe it off.
I'm such a dickhead.
Okay. You're such a what?
Such a dickhead.
Why are you a dickhead? That's not good to be a dickhead. You know what I mean? Like, this dick.
You can just pick and you can kind of pick on that.
Okay.
It's some stuff in there, but you kind of got to move around because it's a combination of everything. So not that everybody got to know.
So the shit you sent me the other day. Let's talk about this real quick. The shit you sent me the other day was some real top tier shit. The butt plug.
Yes.
The ashes in the butt plug.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got to share this with you.
What?
Yes, hold on, because this.
Hold on. So listen, before you go there, while you're looking for that, on my way in, I kind of heard some of the Kyrie conversation, right?
Okay.
And what I want to do is do a little bit of correction if you can.
Please and thank you.
Being Jewish is not a race. That's a religion.
It's a religion. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
2, everything that people are saying is anti-Semitic. I need people to find definitions versus terms. There's a difference. Everyone wants to. If you look up the definition of all this stuff, if you like, and I'm inclined to really speak, but I'm not, because I feel like we the fuck terrible. Black people, we the fuck terrible, yo.
Yeah.
I had another thing, and I wanted to ask, while everybody is rounding around the circle and hanging our men.
Okay.
Kyrie gonna be fucking right, and they're gonna be mad. He's gonna be right. When at the end of all this, just like Colin Kaepernick was right, and we went around and we tried to, man, they gonna bleed these people dry.
They're never gonna correct them, even though they're right. They're
it's
not gonna.
Us.
You know what I mean?
Because for real shit, let's be real. If we sit around here and stop fucking watching football, stop fucking watching basketball, because that's our money. If you give my man a list of shit to do, suck the dick in the town hall, you give this man a list of shit to do, and we feel like fuck y'all, we can really stop fucking with NBA, and that's their money.
Are people going to do that? That's there lies the issue.
No,
doesn't matter. People are not going to stop fucking with it and not doing what they're supposed to do and stand together and go against these people and hurt them in the pocket, because what you're essentially saying is, yo, the only way these people understand is that you go to their pockets and take out their pockets.
Because right is right and wrong is wrong. Did anybody check out Minister Farrakhan's defense? Anybody sit down for 2 hours and read and listen to the shit? And you cannot like people. You cannot like Minister. I'm not a yeller. These things are not on. If you cannot like Mr. Farrakhan, or you want to not like him, but you have to understand that we stay looking for somebody who's gonna stand up and stand on their shit. He's standing on his shit. He is telling everybody, you guys are mad, and who best to defend and say they experience with the same people they talking about other than him. He's one of the best representatives to say, I deal with these people. There's an example in his video, right? He says one of the guys asked him to come to his apartment in New York or whatever, and he went, and he said he came in there, he offered him a drink. He was like, I don't drink. He was like, you drink orange juice? He said, yeah. He said, that's me. You watch TV? That's me. You listen to music on the radio? That's me. He said all this he was trying to get him to understand was that I'm more powerful, understand who the fuck you amongst. He said what the fuck? He said, I don't care nothing about how powerful you are. Fuck you talking about? Yeah. I'm here for this reason. And we don't have enough people to do that. You don't have enough people to stand up and say what the fuck they said and stand on that shit. I did a post for my daddy, and to this day I share that post whenever I feel like it, and I thank my father for being one of those men. He is my first representation of that. That's how I know what type of men are, because of my father. He said what the fuck he said, regardless of the consequences. I got it. Regardless of the consequences, he don't step down and don't sit down. I can name Torch. I can name you. You one of those men who say what the fuck you said, and whatever the consequences is, your ass ready to deal with it. Not is. Whatever the consequences are, you ready to deal with it. I can say that about you. You said what the fuck you said.
I'm standing on what I said. I'm not backing down. Obviously, I don't back down from what I've said, and I'm still being lynched and punished. But that's another ballgame.
And then about that, so now they're turning in the fact that Kanye is saying that he was lynched like Emmett Till, and to him, for some people, they need a visual. Was he right to use that? Was he wrong? Was he wrong? Probably. Was he tacky to use it? Probably. Yeah. But some people need a visual, and if you think that lynching is only physical.
Boy, something's wrong with you.
It's a lot that's going on, and we sitting by watching it, not realizing that, okay, and everybody sitting around here and saying, oh, Jay-Z's gonna buy our team and all. You know what the fuck gonna happen when Jay-Z buy that team? I'm skipping all around. Yes, I am. You know what's gonna happen? The ticket sales gonna go the fuck up. Or they're gonna get you niggas in there to because you got a representation in there.
Support because Jay-Z is a black-owned team. We gotta go in there.
I'm telling y'all, bruh. I don't have a team. I'm a lowly hairstylist. That's all I am. Yeah. I got a measly little we on a measly little podcast. That's it. I don't got billions. I got $10. You know what I mean? Tops.
Nigga, I'm gonna match your $10. We got 20, nigga. We balling, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, bruh, we balling. All right. So Kiki has got. She feels. You feel better. You got that off. You needed to say that.
No, I'm disappointed in myself.
I need to say. So it's okay. It's okay. So let me lighten the mood a little bit.
Come on.
Right now, I got to go straight for it. Top tier Clark Cassidy. Woman reportedly detained at an airport after being caught carrying boyfriend's ashes in a butt plug sex toy. Was it in her ass?
Yes.
It was in her ass.
And how the fuck do you know all of these things? Do tell.
Give me a minute. Her ass, okay. Oh, all right. So, people, if you know me, I'm not making this shit up. I am not making this up. A law student from Australia, Sarah, was discovered going through the airport security with her deceased boyfriend's ashes in a wearable butt plug sex toy. The law student admitted in a TikTok video the 23-year-old was in process of boarding a flight in the United Arab, and while wearing the sex toy, which alarmed officers. Did it go off when she went through TSA? Well, how did you know a butt plug was in her ass? Was it metal?
She probably coughed.
There are metal butt plugs.
Yeah.
Are there?
Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Oh, God. She explained they took my friend and me aside without much explanation. She added
About
that she
what?
much explanation. That's what the fuck I said.
That's not what the fuck you said.
What I said?
Nation.
I mumbled a little bit.
Are you doing No Shave November?
I don't know. The fuck I really?
I'm just asking. You got a little something. Go ahead. Much explanation.
This is what we doing this morning. She added that she had to call her dad to get her from the Australian embassy.
Yeah. Well, how does that story go, Dad?
She shared the TikTok videos with her that her boyfriend gifted her a sex toy before he passed away. So if he gave her the sex toy before he passed away, she decided to say, "I'm gonna put your asses and I'm gonna slam you up my ass."
You're gonna be in
Was it in her ass?
And number two, it's now a memorial. Like something is in that now. You can never, like, she probably can just walk on that joint on a plane with it in plain sight because it's now a memorial. No. Yes. That's tacky.
It is tacky. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if that's not my dying wish. You better not stick me in no butt plug and put my ashes in a butt plug. What?
I mean, that was probably the last thing that she had. Like, I know what.
That's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? I'm going to pour his ashes and enjoy and slam it up my ass and walk through TSA with it.
Listen, it could be somebody else she's slamming up there. So,
with that, David, not touching that.
Did you go see Wakanda?
No, I plan on going to see it today. So do not ruin it for me. Because everybody was like, yo, they've been watching this joint, you know what I mean? And they've been on this joint, and the joint is a fantastic movie. It's long. It's a fantastic movie. I have not seen it yet. I've worked all weekend and didn't see it. I plan on going to see it. I'm trying to see it today. My daughter told me I can't go see it without her, though. She was like, yo, we're going to be fighting if you go see it without me. She kind of like threatened me and shit. So I was like, all right, I guess I got to wait till you get out of school.
You gonna wear white? You gonna wear white? No, I ain't even seen the first one. I ain't even seen the first one.
I see. Yo, I'm gonna give people the props because they did dress up. You see people dress up and they looked all African-ish. Yeah, you know what I mean? And all of that. Okay, I'm not doing all that.
I went to see it. I surprisingly have sat next to a woman who probably just came from church, wearing her outfit. So, bring tissues. Let's put it that way.
Bring tissues. I go hard like that. I don't cry. I ain't crying.
Did I do that? Oh, you did.
I did that. I didn't even know I did that. I was like, yo, really?
Look, I thought it was me.
I looked over at you like, yo, Yami did it? Oh, no. You didn't have to cover that up. Look.
No. We present.
No, show her shame.
I ain't ashamed.
So I'm gonna call it.
Because listen,
the Eagles are gonna win tonight. The Eagles are gonna win tonight.
I got bets on the Eagles because everybody keeps saying blah blah blah. But one thing about games you're supposed to lose.
I got the Eagles winning tonight. It shouldn't be that hard for them. I think the Eagles win tonight. If I'm wrong,
Are you still a New York fan? Like, did you go back? Did you?
So actually, I'm still a New York fan, but I'm actually looking at Dan Snyder like this. Just sell the team, bitch. Sell the team and get the fuck out of here so I can come back and be and go back to my rightful place. Because the Giants fans are not fucking feeling me. I mean,
nobody. No. Don't nobody feel that shit. Don't nobody feel it.
And the Giants are like, yo, I'm born there, so you know what I mean. Like, I'm a Giants fan at heart, but on the same token, you know, Dan Snyder still.
Okay,
This sounds very familiar, right?
Shut your mouth.
You two need to either pick a team. Seriously, either be a Commanders fan or be a Giants fan, be a Lions fan or be a Cowboys fan. Pick one.
He's right. He's got a point.
I don't care where you live. It's who you support.
I have one team, and that's the Cowboys. I always want that Detroit to win. Yes. I have to.
In here and be like my other team.
I know.
We're gonna go back to video and we're gonna get clips.
Not. Please, you're not. You're not, because I'm gonna find some video.
You gonna find some video?
Yes. No. I want you. I dare you. I challenge you to go back and find video.
Video and get clips of where she comes in here and it's like, yo, my team,
my
Detroit
second
Lions,
team,
Lions.
my second team. I said that, and look, find it. I challenge you. I give you homework.
Fine.
I give you homework because you've been teetering for the last month or two. You've been teetering since your anniversary. You've been acting cute. You've been teetering since your anniversary. Since you went where you went, you done came back and you this, you that. So and that's recent. I can throw a stone and find yours. So I challenge you.
Okay. Challenge me. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. You know what I mean? We both have two teams, and that's just what it is. We have two teams. He's right. He called us out on it because he got the Ravens. I understand it. You know what I mean? What's his name today?
Styrofoam cup.
Styrofoam cup. Mr.
Yeah.
Styrofoam cup. Yeah.
And you know what? They don't use them no more.
You can't find them
unless you a double cup. You know, that's something else.
Okay. So
let's talk about
Bishop said Kiki, he's waiting on his call back. Bishop, call the number. The number is 301-637
6900. Yes, you gotta say 6900.
Give us a call. You know what I mean?
What about? Did you? I know how you feel. I'm gonna rev you right on up. I don't care.
Oh God, here we go. Come on.
Did you take a look or did you ganders at Takeoff's funeral or whatever? I didn't. You didn't.
I didn't. I didn't even realize it was a funeral. I wasn't really.
Friday. I had Justin Bieber.
When was his funeral?
Friday.
Last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Last Friday.
Yeah.
I was in New York. I was Underworld. I was more focused on Underworld than
Friday
Takeoff.
just passed? No, you wasn't. You was in New York last week.
Yeah, I thought you said it was on last Friday.
Today's Monday. Last Friday.
Oh fuck, damn man.
You're wild.
Yeah, my mind is. You see where I'm at now? Like, yo.
Is that Bishop Brian? That Darrow?
Oh, that's
Bishop
Fly. Fly.
This is he.
What's going on, brother Bishop? What's happening with you?
Fly,
what's going on,
fly.
What's happening?
I figure this way you call in, this way you can get to talk to Kiki versus waiting for her to call you.
Yeah, because she definitely does not like answering her phone calls. You would actually think that she, is actually busy working or something.
I'm gonna let that one. I'm gonna sit back. That conversation doesn't pertain to me.
Okay, this is 2022. When you call somebody and they don't call you back, you at least send a text message, leave a voicemail. You don't call your homie and say, "Tell your homie to call me," because you just did something 4 times. And
you saw my missed call. You could have called me back. And I even told Tone. I said, Tone said, yeah, she Hollywood.
No, I got to figure out when to call you because guess what? My hours be off, bro. I got to figure out when the precise time to call you.
Well, this is the perfect year for me to honor my bet. So whatever, I'm ready to do that.
Waiting for the precise time to call Bishop is like watching dog doodle turn white.
Damn.
That's how hard it is to decide the precise time to call Bishop Darrell Bryant.
Damn.
Just saying.
But Jiggly just said Kiki don't call back.
You can call me back whenever. I'm not tripping on that. You can call me back whenever you want to.
No.
But I did what I said I was going to do. I called you so that I could honor the bet that you say I didn't honor. I honestly didn't see y'all's messages because y'all sent it to my old Conscious Concepts website. I wasn't looking at those. So that's why I didn't see the messages.
And you know how much I respect you? You know how much I respect you. You know how much I respect you, and I just didn't by over talking you. My apologies. But do you know why? How much I respect you? I had those videos loaded up, those pictures and that video that Nomi was so gracious and kind to sit across from us and video and record and take pictures. I had that shit loaded up. I said, you know what? Nope. A bet is only a bet when a person who loses says, send me those. Okay. Because I could sabotage and just do me, but then I would look salty. So no. I like when people come on and you know what? To your credit, you say you called me. You say you called.
I hate her with the quotation. If she tells you that, and you see
I'm calling now. I called then, and I'm calling now. I'm gonna honor it. Like I said, I'm gonna honor it. So I'm gonna say it to you now. Send me those. I will put it up on my page for a week.
I gotta double check before I send them to you though, because I'll be fucking.
Damn it.
Yeah, because it'll be even better tonight.
Make sure you send the right shit.
Wait, so I'm okay with it. It don't hurt the same.
Tone, you hear the man talking? What is you even talking about?
I'm talking to you, Kiki. I am talking because it's in my ear, but I'm talking to you, Kiki. I'm like, can you make sure you double check?
You so disrespectful.
What you gonna send? And you gonna send him the right shit. Don't be sending shit and be like, oops, damn it.
Yeah, what you trying to send me, Kiki?
No. So,
Lord. Yo, but Bishop, I hope
My
the Eagles
inbox
win
is
tonight.
open.
I'm betting on your Eagles tonight. Unfortunately, I think they're the better team. They are the team to beat. But here's what they always say: you run hot, and you're going to burn out sooner or later. You know what I mean? I don't see it happening tonight.
Oh, listen, I have no expectations for us to go undefeated this whole year. I'm definitely. I mean, I would be. We got a schedule that can,
y'all can walk across that schedule.
Here's the scary part that you're going to do all this during the regular season, and then when it comes playoff time is when you fizzle out and burn and then crash. You know what I mean? And
I hear you, but there's a lot of teams that everybody thinks is a contender that's already starting to fizzle. So it's any given Sunday, bro.
Facts.
At this point, this is what I'm going to tell you, and I tell everybody. We didn't pick our schedule. We just beat the teams they put in front of us.
Y'all,
so,
when we. You better.
The Cowboys said that we didn't beat nobody, and then we beat y'all. And now y'all can't even beat the teams that y'all should beat.
No, listen. Huh? You have to thank God Himself and Baby Jesus that y'all schedule look like that.
Jesus.
You got to thank Baby Jesus. You got to thank them that your schedule look like that. I mean, I don't think that you should have to be defending the fact that the shit is simple. It's simple. You for real. You need to come up. Listen.
But what made it simple though?
Look at y'all. Look who y'all playing.
Did we know it was going to be simple? Did we know it was going to be simple on game one?
I'm not
the first game of the week.
I'm not suggesting that you guys knew anything. I'm just saying you got to give a little credit to everything. You got to give a credit to y'all physicality and y'all team together.
That we can give credit to the fact that the 8 teams been put in front of us weren't good enough to beat us. That's what I'm giving credit to.
You have a right to do that today until tonight though, and tomorrow different. Tomorrow different. So do that. You know what? Stand on your shit. Stand on your shit. Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
I'm standing on it because at the end of the day, people can talk all that shit. It's hard being on top right now because everybody want to knock us off, and that's fine.
Say it again. It's what?
But,
it's hard.
Everybody who's saying it is a team we've already beat right now, so I'm comfortable with it.
It's hard being on top.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Really? It's hard being on top.
Is it, Kiki?
So I've heard.
Damn, is it Kiki?
Did I walk all day that day?
Really? Really?
Was I?
See where you're at this morning.
For them knees.
I'm trying. Listen, you gotta take care of your knees. Listen, you really gotta pay a lot of attention to those knees, and it's special shit you gotta do to keep them knees good.
Really?
Keep them, yes, knees will give
like
out.
What? Like what? Give
How good are your knees, Kiki?
What?
How good are your knees?
Yeah, what are you doing for yours? You got those Megan knees?
I got Megan-like knees.
You got Megan-like knees?
I got Megan, because listen, on top of Megan, I got Megan-like knees. I'm a little heavier than Megan, so the ease in which does she do all that, it gets a little difficult sometimes. But at the same time, it's achieved. Whatever I'm trying to do when I'm doing whatever I'm doing with my knees, it's achieved. Job's complete.
Thank you, brother.
Ring the bell, Tone. Ring the bell, Tone. I appreciate y'all, man.
All right, thank you, brother. Go somewhere, but don't go nowhere.
All right, man. Love y'all, man. Y'all
love you too. Send those pictures.
So, Kiki, man, this Dwayne's Wayne X, man.
Yes.
Yo, she's so listen, y'all. So if you haven't been following, Dwayne Wayne's ex is like saying that, yo, here's what she said. She's concerned that Dwayne may be pressuring their child to move forward with the name and gender change in order to capitalize on financial opportunities that he has received from companies. Need you to hear this correctly. The mother is saying, yo, y'all doing this is like a publicity stunt. Y'all trying to get money off my kid by all this promotion and pictures and videos and everything like that. The mother stands with us people and believes that, yo, this is bullshit. You know what I mean?
He should be a little older before he makes such a permanent decision.
I've said that 1,000 times. I agree with that because this is too young to be talking about gender. What if this little nigga decides to change in 5 years from now and say, you know what? I'd rather be a guy.
Speaking of deciding to change.
What's up?
So of Asian person, a person from Asia, decided to go and get the surgery, got the hair, all these surgeries, got all the money, got everything done, the boobs, the this, to that, and decided a week after that it wasn't fun and wanted to go back to being a man. He wanted to go back and have everything reversed, and they're calling it de-transgendering. So he's going back.
So I think I saw something like that.
I sent it to you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Where it was a guy, was a girl, was a guy that wanted to become a female, and then changed his mind and said, "Well, I'm gonna go back and I want to be a guy now after doing all that."
It's not fun.
Like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. You spent all that money to get this shit. You got your dick chopped up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nigga.
And wait a minute. And to add to it. Not only did he want to change his gender, he wanted to become more of his culture. Like whatever his Korean background is, he wanted to become more Korean.
So what changed in a whole fucking week? Because like, yo, you were planning to be a woman for a while, right?
I don't know.
He had to be planning to be a woman. You don't just wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm going to have the surgery done today and I'm going to get boobs, titties, and I'm going to get titties and pussy and all that.
Are you sure? I'll be waking up every day saying I want to get some. Anyway, you sure? It's simple for me. When I wake up in the morning, I know that day I want some. What's the name? I know it. I know it already.
You know something?
I know. I want some. What's the name? It doesn't take.
But the shower head helps though.
That's been failing me.
The shower. It's time for a new shower head. Change the setting or something.
No, my life is upside down right now. I'm going through. I'm not going to put that in the atmosphere.
You better not say that shit.
My life is challenging right now,
okay.
And because of that, I just ain't in the mood for none of that shit. So it's partially me. I try just to knock the edge off. Like if you were to massage my shoulders, which he's not, but if you were to, I got a lot of tension in my shoulders, bruh.
So he's not massaging your shoulders.
Right now, as I sit before you, I had 1 hour sleep this morning from 4 to 5, and I had been up. I went to work yesterday at 6, and I got up at 3. I had been up since 3 o'clock yesterday morning.
You need some sleep, honey.
I do.
You need some sleep, and you need some. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I need some Yamin.
You need some Yamin. You need some Yamin.
But
Yamin will fucking help knock some of that shit off, that stress and everything off. You be like, damn.
It clears your nasal passages, and that was one thing that I had people. Did you know that masturbation will do that? And when I realized that my nasal passages wasn't clogged in the first place, I just threw the whole baby away. Like, yeah,
really?
I'll wait.
Okay, so now that the nasal passages are clogged, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna make some phone calls. Like this is some whole shit.
Oh,
this is some whole shit.
This some whole shit?
This is some whole shit. Yes. Going in that shit. Look, you're doing things yourself is some whole shit.
Oh my God.
You know how many people want to?
No, I didn't get the did you knows, Kiki, because I missed my did you knows.
I told you to check your email though, because I sent them to your email.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I did check. I just didn't print the right one.
Oh, fuck it. Let's just jump into a topic.
No, but do that. I just need you to do that for me. Please tell me that it's there.
All right, let me see. Let me bring it up. Let me check my email.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Let's see email. Hold on. I'm going through it. Oh, niggas gonna nigga. Really? I want you to do the niggas gonna nigga.
I don't have it. I sent it to you. You can send it to me.
Niggas gonna nigga.
Is it there? Oh, it's the same one. But so you got 4. You got 4. I sent you 4. Okay, so niggas gonna nigga. A South African school has completely vanished after thieves removed every single one of the bricks. Uzig Secondary School in Cape Town has been reduced to just its foundation within 6 months of its closing in 2019. People who ransacked the once proud institution took every single brick, window, roof, tile, along with all the toilets, electronics, plumbing, and blackboards. They reportedly sold the bricks for 50 cents each and windows for 100 each. Locals predicted it was the drug addicts who stole the school bit by bit so they could sell all the materials enough to go get drugs. You know you got to be
Where
in
was
the-
this in?
Cape
This
Town.
is Cape Town. This
South
is Africa.
Africa.
These are the original nags.
That's not niggers, they're nig. That is
African,
Africans being
acid-
Africans.
asinine Africans.
Asinine Africans. Yo,
Especially South Africans. They do that all the time.
You're wild for
that
that.
shit is crazy. Wait a minute. Africans, well, you know, they be. You're right. That's not niggas gonna nigga.
That's South Africans being South Africans.
That's asinine Africans. That's what we're gonna call it. Asinine Africans.
Listen, honestly, Tone, you're gonna look when you finally get these papers. I got 4 sets of pages worth of information that would be so dope today.
I needed the information because
It's there. Did you check it?
It's not there. It's
Nothing-
not it.
nothing's there?
Nothing. Everything you sent is just a repeat of whatever you said.
You sure?
I'm positive. I show you myself. It's a repeat.
You have
This is the
something
first one.
that doesn't have a heading.
This is nope. See that there. And then we'll back out of that,
I think I look.
and then we'll go into this one, and then we'll do that, and see. Same shit.
Okay, because no, you might have everything in its entirety though, because I don't think that we didn't go through all that stuff. But anyway,
Anyway,
we can freestyle it.
we're gonna freestyle today. Today's gonna be a freestyle day because you know what I mean. Because see, like, did you know? I'm missing my did you knows. I'm missing my did you knows. Okay, so
Well-
let's just talk about a topic. Let's talk about a topic today because we haven't really jumped into a topic lately.
I got some did you knows.
You got some did you knows? Hit me with some
I need
did
to
you
get
knows.
another mode of.
Because I like the did you knows because we like to enlighten you here. It's not only about ignorant shit. It's about helping you understand some things.
I sent you a did
So
you know.
are you ready for this weekend? Let me ask you, why you bringing that up? Are you ready for this weekend? Like
No.
No. I thought it was only me because like I haven't been getting packed. Normally I would have been halfway packed by now. I haven't even packed shit yet for this weekend. And Thursday will be here before we know it.
The reason why is I told you just things is going on. Things are going on that have my attention.
Okay. Are we going to see you this
did
weekend?
I tell y'all? Yeah. Did I tell y'all
Are we going
about
to
my
see you this weekend?
experience? Yes.
Are we going to see you this weekend? No.
I'm gonna come up on Wednesday.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, of course, I'll see you Wednesday. We're not even going to talk about Wednesday. I'll see you Wednesday.
Okay.
But what I'm asking is, are we going to see you this weekend? Because if you didn't know Kiki, you didn't know Miss Kalina Grant. Here's what she's going to
The
do.
government.
The government. What Kalina Grant will do, will get there and be like this, and she'll be like sitting on the bed, and you'll be, hey, come in there, hey, Kiki, what's happening? And you'll talk to Kiki, and everything is fine. All right, Kiki, I'm about to go get ready. You going to get ready? I'm going to get ready. I'll see you downstairs in a little while. And then you don't see Kiki to the next day. And she'll be still sitting in that same spot on the bed, holding whatever it is, and sleep straight through the night.
They know me. You've been telling on me for 2.5, 3 years now. Let me tell you.
So that's what we asking. Are we gonna see you? We love you, though.
The difference now is I now work day shift.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Was that a change? Was that a hard change for you? Because you worked for nights for so long, and now you're on days.
Now you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Like my life, literally, I am.
Your body, your clock is.
I'm adjusting. I'm not adjusted, and every day that y'all see me, it is a struggle for me to do what I do. I've worked 6 days this week. 6 days this week, and the only day that I have off, literally, probably I don't even have a day off because I go to my hospital job on Sundays, and that usually be that usually is the day I don't work at the salon. I work somewhere twice, almost every day.
Yeah, so this has got to be a hard.
Now, Adidas, if you want to name your Yeezys after me and help me out, You know what I'm talking about. You want to just call them the Kikis or the Keezies.
The Keezies?
You want
The Keezies.
Key Kizzles. Key Kizzles. The Key Kizzles.
The Key Kizzles?
The Key Kizzles.
Yo, go
Which
cop yourself a pair of them Key Kizzles, man.
Listen,
They
get
be out, you know what I mean?
the blue and silver. No, you won't buy the blue and silver.
I would not buy the blue and silver ones. Nah, nigga.
The
Never.
Key Kizzles.
But,
Here's the did you know?
okay.
Did you know that butterflies will drink blood if they're given the opportunity? They just don't, because you're not gonna let them bite you. Like, but if you let them, they going ham.
So wait a minute, because I've never seen I didn't know butterflies landed on you and bit you.
Yes,
They're
You
like
got-
baby mosquitoes. They're like cousins of the mosquito.
If you let them, and they get the chance, they will suck your blood. You didn't know that, did you?
Did not know that a butterfly did that. I didn't know that. You know.
In this climate right now, did you know that in 1954, Betty White was criticized after having, may she rest in peace, after having Arthur Duncan, a black tap dancer, on her show? White said, "I'm sorry, you gotta live with it." And shortly thereafter, they canceled her show.
Really?
54. 1954.
Then he was on some shit then.
They was on some shit then.
Okay. What else do I know?
Did you know talking to yourself in the third person can help reduce stress? I didn't know that, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it.
Give me an example.
Hey, Kiki, life ain't that bad. You just going through a rough patch right now. Or Lily Pad. Hey, Lily Pad, life ain't that bad. You gonna get through this. Tomorrow cometh, the sun is gonna shine. This too shall pass. That's stress relieving.
Okay. I mean, giving yourself affirmations.
Affirmations.
Affirmations. And that could help. I can see that. You know what I mean? Don't get caught doing it in public around
No,
people,
just
because
don't
niggas
answer.
going to try to commit you.
No, just don't answer. You
Don't
can
answer?
you can talk to yourself all day. Just don't answer.
Okay. Yeah, don't answer yourself. When you give yourself an affirmation, don't be like, well, thank you. I deserve that. There lies an issue.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
Now we a little all over the place, so deal with it. Live with it.
They'll be fine. We'll be fine today. That's what we do.
When you first saw the Clumps, Mama's House, when you first saw those movies and you saw Martin Luther King playing Big Mama, and you saw Eddie Murphy playing whoever, and Medea, what did you think when you saw that? What did you think about those people that was playing those roles? Or what did you think about the fact that they were playing those roles?
It was a comedy thing. I didn't really read too much into it, but I see you going somewhere, so I'm going to ride this ride with you real quick. I know you're going somewhere, so I'm going to ride this ride with you. I'm going to see where we're going with this.
So, in my spare time, you know, I'm a documentary person.
Okay.
I'm a person that kind of sit around and want to watch and listen and hear, and especially in this climate, I'm trying to learn, right? My first initial thought when I first saw Eddie Murphy do the Clumps, and I said, damn, he's
genius.
talented as shit.
Genius.
Because I felt like, in my opinion, he was popping. He wrote his own ticket. I felt like he wanted to expand himself and show everybody what he could do.
Facts.
And I thought that Martin them kind of done it behind him. Now, what they're doing that I've been in documentary land is, and of course Batman and probably Torch know where I'm going. They're stating that as soon as you make it to a certain status, they're giving you a dress. And these roles apparently were not their choices to do it. It was to try to see, like, so there. Did you ever watch Cool Runnings?
Yes.
Okay, Cool Runnings. Dougie Doug. He's not around no more. Dougie Doug has a documentary or a interview that he did on YouTube, right? And he was saying he quit. You don't see him no more, and because they and during that movie they asked him to wear a maid's uniform. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Nah, I'm not about to." He said, but what he settled on, because they told him is this or nothing. He settled on like wearing the maid's cap or something, and you know, it was a Jamaican bobsledding team, that thing, right? Yeah. He said, in my country, we ain't rocking for that. He said, and two, can you imagine how, he said, I can't imagine if I succumbed to that pressure and did that, and I got young boys and kids that I'm raising, and I got to tell them this is what I was doing at 20. He said, I would be so embarrassed. Now, I felt like, yeah, he Jamaican and that's how they feel. Until Nick Cannon said it. Nick Cannon said, I wore a dress on Nickelodeon. He said, they kept asking me. And he said, I put the shit on because I thought I was being funny. He said, I never want that video to see the light of day. I never want that video to see the light of day.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me like that, Styrofoam
All right,
cup?
ready to go.
Come on.
Styrofoam cup?
Yeah, Styrofoam cup. Let's go.
No, he wants you to, because he's going to rebuttal, so he wants you to get it all out.
I'm done. I said I was asking Tone.
So before you go,
Okay.
so you're saying, is this a form of buck breaking?
Emasculating.
Yeah.
That's
what it's.
Their masculinity. So they're saying, like, but to me, I kept standing on the fact, like, nah, Eddie Murphy was just like that enough
I thought
to
he
play.
was talented, and you know what I mean. And okay, so the Styrofoam cup, come on.
Madea was funny as hell.
Yes, it was. It was
Okay,
hilarious.
so you're saying Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, and if you want to go back, not just Tyler Perry, Jamie Foxx, were forced to create female characters now.
No, I didn't say that. I
Okay,
said.
so what are you saying here, based off of what you're telling it?
Okay, so I was asking him, how did he view those things happening? And I viewed them as though they were just stretching out their acting chops or trying to show
Right.
their range, right?
Okay.
And they're saying that
Who's they?
on the documentary, I don't know who they are, but the people who were doing these interviews was saying, Dougie Doug being one, Nick Cannon being two, they were saying that they was approached. Like, and basically Dougie Doug said they told him, if you don't do this, you don't get to be here.
Okay.
And then he even brought up the fact, because y'all know that Will Smith did he did 6 Degrees of Separation. Queen Latifah, she played a out of her box role, and those roles, and it's not far from her street. Let's be clear, but they said when you do those roles or you play those roles, suddenly people like hit superstardom, because once the people check you off their list, it's like
again, who they are, they are stupid. These are talented people. Now, Dougie Doug, keep in mind, Cool Runnings. I love that movie. I wish it was somewhere. I don't know where it is. You can see it now, but it's still a good movie. I don't even know where a scene that will put him in a dress,
so look,
or a maid or whatever.
If you check it and go back and look at it, and there's a scene where he rested on, I put the maid's hat on. He's like, I'm not. Yes, and it's been a while for me. So in that, it was supposed to be replaced. He was supposed to wear a dress in that scene, but that's what he agreed on. He's like, nah, I'm not. I can't. Not doing it.
Remember. But just to see him, mind you, after that, I mean, I remember he was on. He did pretty well after that. I mean, he was a hot commodity after that because he was very entertainingly funny. But after that, I mean, mind you, based off the nature of the business, what you do after that, it's just depends on you and your agent and your talent. So again, I don't see the parallel or of one and the other. Having some black person portraying a black woman, and then going into superstar status. That doesn't make no sense to me.
You sure?
I mean, keep in mind,
being catapulted when your catalog only includes you doing this. I can
Eddie
see
Murphy's catalog.
I can see and this is not just to Eddie Murphy, but
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Because what was the Devil in a Blue Dress or Devil? What was that? What was that shit that Wesley Snipes did with
Tu Wong Fu.
But again, it's just this. He was portraying a character who does drag. That's something completely different. But the thing is it's like, look, if we're taking this thing way too seriously to the point where it's like, look, it's just an act. It's just a character, and these people sort of like, look, those characters are iconic in a way you'll never forget. I mean, it's sad to say it. It's like I'm going to go back to Eddie Murphy, and it's like, oh, his status just skyrocketed. It's like, no, his Eddie Murphy skyrocketed when he did Delirious. That's when it skyrocketed. His progression just kept going on and going on. Martin, his thing skyrocketed based off of, I would say, the TV show. Yeah, you can say, based off one, but he had portrayed like about 8 characters.
It was the TV show is what he skyrocketed because it was on Def Comedy Jam and it started him. The TV show put him in a different stratosphere. Right. Shanae will be always forever.
It will be remembered, and Wanda for Jamie Foxx. But so, in you saying that, do you think that those people are chosen?
No, because they are funny.
Or
they're talented people. They are talented people. They've always been talented people. They, and keep in mind, this is like if you go through black comedians, whatever, everyone will say it's like Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Chris Rock, boom, 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 down the line. Because they are funny, they're talented, and they portray themselves like exceptionally well, and they deserve the accolades that they deserve. It doesn't matter if they're dressing up. Again, it is a character that even they created to put it out there.
So Batman says you don't reach certain levels without doing certain things, and I find truth in that. I find a lot of truth in that because you get to a certain level, you know what I mean? And I feel like the Illuminati.
No, don't do that.
The thing is, I'm just saying, there's powers. There's a secret society out there. You know what I mean? That once you reach a certain level, they invite you to join their shit, but you have to do shit to like a initiation to get in. You know what I mean? And I kind of agree with that. Prime example, LeBron. But that's another conversation for another day.
No,
that's another conversation.
No,
for another
it's
day.
for the day.
You know what I mean? For today. You look at these certain. It doesn't pertain just to a comedian or an actor. It's athletes. It's a lot of people involved. You got to do certain shit. You know what I mean? You got to do certain shit.
So does that stand to reason why certain people never reach there? Because
facts, I agree.
In the end of all this, Doug said because he refused it again. He pretty much was never called. He stepped off. He's like, look, I took my little bread and left. I don't have time for that shit. For every corner, I can't rest because you got a dress in you on the hanger when I turn the corner.
And I kind of, yeah. So I kind of agree, like what Rick was talking about. He was talking about Mrs. Doubtfire, and that's like that goes into what Siren said because Mrs. Doubtfire, that was Robin Williams, and he was Mork and Mindy, and he was you know what I mean?
What are we talking here, though? I'm trying to figure out.
I see what the guy was you talking about saying. Like, yo, I wouldn't want to if I became that person, you're not gonna put me in a dress. You know what I mean? Because my kids gotta see this. My kids gotta see this, and I gotta explain it to them.
That's their prerogative.
Yeah, exactly.
So they can any.
But to make
studio will say, okay, you don't want to do the role, we'll give it to somebody else.
To get to this certain levels, you got to do certain shit.
Here's the thing: what level are you asking?
Superstardom.
Okay,
because things are catapulted. If you look,
some of these people have already had superstar status. You just mentioned Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire. He was already a king. So what? I just don't understand where
he also is not black. And when I stated this in the beginning, I did not
mention a lot of black actors.
She only mentioned black actors.
And I purposely did not mention Robin Williams. May he rest in peace. He was an excellent, amazing actor. May he rest in peace. I did not mention him because the scuttlebutt is that they are doing this to black men. That's what the water cooler talking about.
Okay.
And these people who are recanting and recalling are telling you their experiences. Okay. And I see you like to discount a motherfucker's experience.
Because this doesn't
Does it have to make sense to be true though?
If it's true,
that's not the question she asked. That's not what she asked.
No, here's what I'm saying. If it affects them, fine. It hurts your bank, that's on you. I don't. If you want to complain, the fact is like, well, I had to do this. Okay, it gave it to somebody else. They skyrocketed. You became down here. Whose fault is that? Theirs.
The fault is that's what you come with when I'm starting to blow up. The fact that you in the corner with a dress waiting on Tone to make it big.
Okay, let me ask you this.
If that's the case, if that's the case,
okay then. Does anyone remember Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah, of course we do.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh God,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
want to remember
Yeah.
that shit, but yeah.
Every man wants to forget that shit. I can't
Okay,
quit you.
hold on.
Okay, but with Heath Ledger, Heath Ledger. Did his acting skyrocketed based on after that?
He was
He was
also
white.
Caucasian. That's what
He
I was
was
getting
from
at.
the
He was white.
mountains.
When you broke
He was from the
That
mountains.
doesn't matter.
Brokeback Mountain
He
is
was
from the mountains of Caucasus.
He was from the mountains. He was a mountain dweller. He's not. He can't be included in this conversation,
Why
sir.
not?
He can't. And here's Essence said everybody rocked with Wesley Snipes after he went from Noxzema to Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a lie.
Yeah. No lie.
Okay, let's. Okay, I'm gonna
let's
start off
go.
the white. Let's talk about Wesley. Again, it was a role that, again, he felt like, mind you, he took it. So because he wanted to take it.
Okay, pause. I'm gonna give you another one. You want to talk about? Let's talk because we're talking about men in dresses, but you're gay to play. You got to, you know what I mean? You play the part of a gay man. You know what I mean? And look at these people that have played gay men, and their careers take off. What's old boy from fucking P Valley? You know what I mean? Little Murder.
Yes.
His career is taking off. He's everywhere. He's everywhere now.
But
you know what I mean?
But here's the question: is it due to the fact of not just the character he's playing, but just his acting ability? So, what if you're having issues with? Are you having issues with the character they're playing, or their acting ability?
I'm not having
the
issues with
issue-
any of it.
I'm
I
just
think
saying
the
that's
issue,
when they take off.
The issue on the table is why is that a check off on your list for
Yes.
people with great acting chops or range and ability? Why is it that now all of a sudden when you get here or to get there, you've got to do this? Why? And these are people. Yes, someone said it. These people are. I'm giving you people who said it.
Yep.
Well, these are people. You're reason why they're not doing anything like that.
Because they
didn't do it. They didn't do it. That's why they didn't do
You
it.
got to call her.
Yeah, we gotta call her.
Call.
It must be.
The bat signal? Call her. Who we talking to?
Good morning. It's
Oh.
Mother.
Good morning,
Morning.
Essence. What up, dog?
What's happening, baby?
Good. What up, though? So I hear everybody's point, and I'm agreeing with everything that Styrofoam Cup is saying. Normally, I'd be like, oh Lord, he on a whole different spectrum, but I'm agreeing with him. It's like I hear what y'all are saying. Well, y'all have to look at it like this: people like Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx, Martin Lawrence. And I can't include Tyler because he's a different generation, but he is parallel to them. These are characters that they created. Hollywood didn't create them. They created these characters to be who they are and what they have made their careers turn out to be. But if you look at the movie like Tu Wong Fu, where it was Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and John Leguizamo, those characters were created by Hollywood, and they accepted those roles and stepped in to dress up as drag queens. That was the premise of the movie. They were trying to make it to Hollywood, from New York to Hollywood, to be a part of this whole grand ball theme for drag queens. And it's like when it boiled down to it, Wesley Snipes went from Nino Brown to Noxzema to Blade. Patrick Swayze went from being Ghost with Demi Moore to being, I forgot what her role was, what his name was in the movie. But it was like, and John Leguizamo, he was just getting started in his career, because if you look back at that movie, he was ever so young. So the fact that not everybody knew who John Leguizamo was at the time like that boosted his career. So he's one of those, and as a black person of color, his career really kicked off from Tu Wong Fu, because can't nobody forget John Leguizamo was oh my God, I forgot the name.
I forgot. He was the youngest one, and he was liking a girl or something.
All right,
But you're proving my point.
I want to help her out.
Because she proved my point.
Patrick Swayze was played Vita.
Yes.
And John played Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi. Yes.
Thank you. I couldn't get their names. Thank you, Styrofoam Cup. Thank you. But yes, it's like I hear what's being said, but and I will stand 10 toes with Styrofoam Cup. You can't measure the success of Martin, Jamie, and no, who's the other person? My brain
Eddie.
sits me right now. It's all just
Eddie.
You can't measure their success to just the characters that they created. They did have something going before they created these characters. But here was my question that I put in the comments was like, so what was so different when Flip Williams did it?
Flip Wilson.
When he had Geraldine.
Yeah, you guys.
There's no difference.
It's no difference.
No difference.
And what I want to say is I am not measuring their success to that role. What I'm saying is why is it at every corner there is somebody there with that type of role for somebody? Yes, you took it. Yes, you take it, but if you look at it, the from the documentary standpoint, I'm not an actor. I wasn't offered to be any of that. I looked at a couple things, and of course, when you watch one thing on YouTube, they'll bring it and they'll follow something else that measures the same thing. Yeah. And it was video after video after video of people saying the same thing that to get you to that next level, you got to do this. Why? So the question to me was, why is it that they're waiting around the corner for a dress for you, for a black man? Why? Knowing.
I get what you're saying.
This whole thing, I'm tied into something else.
No, I get what you're saying, and even with Dougie Doug.
Yes.
And I understand his disposition with that, because yes, Old School Testament, Jamaican Caribbeans, like that was an absolute no, because automatically you even hinted so much to it. Back then, you was automatically labeled a boxy boy.
Yes.
And he knew that's not who he was.
Yes.
And he wasn't gonna step into that role of any kind like that to be labeled and knowing that's not what he was. And again, old school back then the islands, like, listen, whatever was said was considered gold. So I get it. I get it.
It just, and
but
to me,
I get, and I also get what you're saying too, Kiki. Why are they waiting in a corner to push these type of roles out on actors?
Hold on.
So I will say there is a difference between the waiting in the corner and those who create those characters.
There's a difference. Oh, and
don't forget, Siren on it.
No, Siren said the same thing with Wayans and White Chicks, and they're being sued. They're being sued because they were saying that they was doing whiteface. They come back around and kick them in their freaking mouth from doing that movie. The people don't like that they did it.
So Batman, I'm gonna throw the bat signal in the air.
Thank you, Esther.
Throw the bat signal in the air. Thank you, Esther. Throw the bat signal in the air.
Go swear, but don't go nowhere, baby.
And he said Kanye is trying to tell us about Hollywood, and Hollywood is a certain way. And when you deal with when you deal with Hollywood, you know what I mean? Have you been to Hollywood? Have you ever been?
Yes.
No. Been to Hollywood and been through the neighborhoods and drove through the neighborhoods. Yes. Have you seen there's a certain ethnic group that somebody kindly said earlier that lives there?
Yeah, it's hood as shit over there. It's hood as fuck.
No, it's not. No, I'm talking about Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills, Hollywood area.
Okay.
No,
because
Hollywood is not really, but there's a...
Because it's right around where the Walk of Fame is, and that shit is hood as fuck.
That's hood, okay. Right? But like Beverly Hills and in certain parts of Hollywood, there's a certain ethnic group.
What, the Mountain Dwellers?
No.
Who?
No.
Family members?
Kanye talked about them.
Oh.
It's Jewish. If you ever been there, it's always Jewish.
New York got a good Jewish neighborhood too.
They have in Brooklyn.
I've been there. Like that shit clean as fuck too.
There's a lot of areas, but you can't go into their areas.
I drove down the street and I
seen the
curls and
you ain't never gonna get in that area.
And the brunch hats. Look, I was like, hey.
What I'm saying is this is the Jewish people. You know what I mean? In my beliefs, I believe they run Hollywood. They do. They got their hands in everything. They run Hollywood.
They do. They control what you see.
So they are controlling what you're saying. And controlling what you're doing. And they're probably the people that are saying, you want to get to this next level, you got to check this box.
You got to check this box.
And when people start talking about them, they don't like that.
And just Kyrie, they're making him, do all these tumblings and backflips and all that shit so he can let his friends know, if you step out of fucking line, my nigga, your list is going to be different from this.
Ooh, hold on. So I gotta give Sion, I gotta give her props there. Sion said the other issue is why keep offering these gay and lesbian roles to straight people when there are actual actors out there who are gay and lesbian.
That's what Dougie Doug said. He said, why am I playing a big ugly woman when there's a lot of big ugly women who need jobs?
And they're actors.
Yo.
Okay, that
Huh?
That aspect, that's been being fought for the last, as far as I know, for the last several years.
What's been fought? What's been fought?
The whole aspect of trying to get proper representation, meaning having the
people that
who
playing.
are, let's say you're trying to get a gay person, why can't a gay person play that role?
Yeah.
I remember there's been some complaints. I remember, who was it? One person was supposed to be, who was wheelchair bound. And they got a notable actor to play that role. But then again, a lot of the people, the acting people, were fighting. It's like, why couldn't you get someone who is properly disabled, to play that role? Again, it's
What's
based
the answer?
on.
I want to know.
What's the answer?
I'm curious.
The sad answer is again, everyone figures it's like, oh, it's Jewish Hollywood. No, it is pretty much producers and casting directors.
No and yes.
Okay.
Because everybody's right. You're right. It's no and yes. It's no and yes. Because you the four levels of production company. There's four. There's
Okay.
4 companies. We don't sit on none of those. And they control what you see. So if the premise, if I have to check off
Jewish.
what needs to be seen, and I am
Jews.
yes, and I am that, and I say no because this season is transgenders. I want all transgenders. Everything that you watch, I need to have a transgender on
Oh, they
there.
forced that down your throat, Collins. Caller, we got something. We got a caller there.
Yes, you do. It's your favorite person, Sion.
Hi,
What's going on,
Sion.
Sion? What's
What
happening?
up,
I
though?
heard something in the background. rumbling.
Hey. So y'all know I look at things from a little bit different perspective because I do identify as LGBTQ.
Love it.
The issue that's going on right now is this: the alphabet mob runs everything as well as white people. Okay, so you have these roles who should be given to gay and lesbian, but right now the alphabet mob just happy somebody playing it, so we can just force this down your throat. This shouldn't even be a discussion. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, y'all didn't care. Back in the day, if you had a gay scene or a same-sex scene on TV, that was rare. Now they're force-feeding it down your throat, period. And if you don't show it on TV or if you don't let somebody that's prominent play it, you are discriminating against them.
Okay. I disagree. Everyone's been saying everyone's been saying the fact that it's being forced down your throat, and it's not force. It is the fact of proper representation. And the thing is
I'm not saying it's not
proper
proper representation.
Huh? Say again.
I'm not against proper representation, but however, on network television, my child or myself shouldn't have to be force fed gay sex scenes, lesbian sex scenes all the time. I understand we need to represent that there are LGBTQ relationships, but I think that just sometimes we take it a little bit too far because we fold under pressure.
It's every show, everything you watch, it's in everything now.
But
we fold under pressure from the, I hate to say it, the alphabet mob. And like I said, I call them the alphabet mob, and I am one of them.
You want to
but
do that?
we fold under pressure.
But
In what ways? In what ways?
Because okay, I might be getting a little off topic here. Back in the 80s, we knew there were gay and lesbian, transgender, and all that, but it was still hush-hush pushed on the rug. Now they're at the forefront. Lesbian, gays, transgender, they get more rights and more, I guess, protection by the government than historically.
Come on.
I guess it's historically, I can't think of the word right now, but, groups of people who actually need protection, and they're pushing that and pushing that and pushing that. And that right there has transferred over into what we see on TV, into what we have to vote for, into what we're being told we have to accept. Because Lord knows you don't want them to label you label you as someone who discriminates against same-sex couples or transgender people. That right there will ruin your career, but you can call somebody the N-word on TV and you good.
You good to go. Let me ask you a question, Sion, since you identify as. You said yourself, and I'm going to quote you. I don't know if you was being sarcastic or you were facetious. You said that it's being forced down everybody's throat. Do you believe that?
Yeah. I do.
And why is it when you say it, there's nothing, no comment, there's no rebuttal, there's no one refuting, but soon as another
I
person,
say it.
another.
As soon as I say it,
so
motherfucker here.
They go, as soon as you say it, you gonna get labeled as a prejudice, as someone who is not open to acceptance. I guess it's
Ain't that
because
true,
I
Washington
identify
Gas?
as it.
So Sion, can you hear Tone say that and not be disgusted, mad, and outraged that he
That's
said?
it. Nope.
That, okay.
No, but the only reason it doesn't bother me is because I feel the same way.
Okay. It's a lot.
And
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I feel the same way.
Yes.
And even though I identify as that, I feel the same way.
Okay.
Like, I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I feel the same way. So it doesn't bother me. But at the same time, you cannot punish people every time they say something that they feel. There is a way to say it, but you mad at them for being honest?
Mm-hmm. Or expressing how they feel. So in other words, you're saying you're not allowed to feel that way. You have to feel like everybody else. It's not fair.
I appreciate the fact that she's on here saying that, because that's how Spence is. Spence is like, yo, this is that. I ain't feeling that, and I'm that.
I think I appreciate it more because she identifies.
I mean,
yes.
prime example. I do not agree with pushing same-sex relationships and talking about that in schools. I do not agree with little Billy being little Billy in kindergarten, being little Stephanie in first grade and trying to use the same bathroom as my daughter. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that. However, I do agree with your right to choose to do whatever you want to do with your life as long as it doesn't impact mine.
But Paul, can I ask you a question then? Just like you were just talking about little Billy that's in fucking elementary school or whatnot. At that stage, do they know? Do they truly know?
Nope, absolutely not.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Let's be realistic.
I mean, you might know that you have a feeling for, you don't have the same feelings about girls that all your friends do. So you might have you may be confused, but I don't think that you know what you are at that age. Furthermore, I used to play with G.I. Joes. I had a twin brother. I was a boy for damn near 7 years, but I didn't want to be one.
At elementary school levels, you're a kid. You don't know what you like, because your little boys go through the stage where they don't really care. They're not thinking about little girls, but they're not thinking of being a little girl at that stage. I don't think so.
But when you're
force-fed
by your parents.
I think it's force-fed because the parents play a big part in that.
Brownie said, yes, they do.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm calling in right now.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
Again, like I say, I'm not saying that you don't know that I believe at 5 years old, you do know that you do not view girls or the opposite sex the same way that you've been told to, or the same way that some of your friends do. However, I do not agree that you know exactly that you're gay, or exactly that you're transgender, or that you were born the wrong gender, because your brain is still a child. You're still learning how to write ABC. So you don't even know how to comprehend what you're going through.
I received that. I understand that too. I understand that.
Oh, we got a new caller. Thank you, Sion. Go somewhere, but don't go nowhere.
Yep, I'm in here.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Who we talking to?
Who we talking? Okay, we need to turn it down. Turn it back.
This is Brown Eyes.
What's going on, Brown Eyes? Tell us.
How you doing?
I'm stupid.
Tell us how you feel, Brown Eyes. She been telling us how you feel.
Okay, well, I have a gay daughter.
Okay.
And my daughter knew that she was different at the age of 5.
Okay.
She didn't know exactly what it was, but she knew she was different. She knew what she see on TV, she wasn't the same. So when your child develops that they know that something is different, that's when the curiosity comes. So I think they can know at a certain age.
Okay.
I think Sion was saying that. She said that.
She did. She said
every child develops different. Every kid mind is not the same.
No,
some kids develop faster than another kid.
She agreed with you. She was saying.
Hold on, Tom. Okay,
she agreed with you. She said that they don't know exactly what it is, but they do know that it's different from, maybe they look at women different than their girlfriends who are straight. She said that. She agreed with that.
Jill, so I have a question for you.
I don't think that they're saying it's not always the parents. Every situation with a child feeling different, it's different. Mm-hmm. Everyone is not the same. There's no study that you can do on a gay kid. It's no study because everyone is different. Everyone develops different.
But is it fair to say that some of these kids are being influenced? Is that fair? Is that fair? Is that a fair statement?
We all have been influenced. We all have been influenced with the Cosbys. Every parent, every black parent is two-parent home.
Yeah, that's not
we
true.
all be
That's not
influenced of what we see. So that's the part of developing.
Yeah, but you're influencing your
influenced of what
child
you see.
to
So she's
be
agreeing.
gay. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to understand that. You know what I mean? I understand what she said. She said, my daughter knew that she was different at the age of 5. She knew the child, without influence from the mother, she said her daughter knew I was different. I didn't know what it was, but I knew the daughter knew she was different.
How old is your daughter, Brown Eyes? How old is your daughter?
Oh, she's 25 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
See? So at
So
5, the girl
now-
knew.
now-
I didn't know that. I didn't know any of her feelings. She told me at 5 that she was different. I didn't know what it was. I know that I was bisexual, but my child had never seen that.
Okay.
So I knew she didn't develop it for me because by the time I had my kid, my bisexuality tendencies was not shown, was not out like that.
Okay.
So I know she didn't
but
develop it from me.
So in other words, it wasn't influenced from you. Correct? That's what she said.
No, it
Hear what
wasn't
she said.
influenced from
It's
me.
not.
Okay, so let me take that question a step further.
Okay.
Brown Eyes. On the premise that you said we're influenced by what we see, right? The fact that these kids are now gay, 140 going north. Like every child
Every
you
child's
know now is gay or identifying as something else. Is that influence, or is that a feeling of I got people amongst me that feel how I feel, or you think it's a culmination of both?
Or is it a fact?
I think it's not. This is not something new. New York City has had gay middle schools,
Facts.
gay high schools.
Facts.
So it's not new. Like this, people saying it like it's just being hyped. It's been out here. It just hasn't been heightened.
It hasn't been
but
publicized.
It's been out there.
It hasn't been publicized. In other
When I
words,
was
you're saying.
growing up as a child, my friend was in a all gay middle school. All gay high. She went to all gay high school. So it's been out there. It's just hasn't been as heightened as it is now. Maybe now people are heightening it, and now kids are developing faster what those feelings are.
So, Brown Eyes, can I ask you a question? How old are you, honey? How old are you?
Her daughter 25.
I'm 47.
She's 47. So me and you are about the same age because I'm 49. So we grew up in the same era. So I get that. Because I remember my days of growing up. I didn't realize that they were gay kids. I only thought, and this is not being fun, but I thought it was only gay adults. I didn't think they were kids or teenagers were gay. And one day I was down in the village. We were down in the village and came across this group of kids that was like my age. And these niggas was gayer than all get up. And I was completely like, the fuck? They really?
I was shocked. I was shocked as well,
You know what I mean?
too, when it first... When I first heard of it, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm in a gay."
There's
I'm
a-
like,
there-
"How
but they are.
how
She is
did you
correct.
know that you were gay?" She was like, "I just knew I was different." And my mom, she saw it, and my mom put me somewhere where I was comfortable.
So how do we explain if we can't, we don't. But how do you explain the kids that are identifying as for 2 and 3 years and then get out of it? And how do you? Because that's a thing too.
I don't think. To me, I don't agree with these parents giving these kids sex changes at a young age. I don't agree with that.
Thank you.
Because all kids don't. You're not the same from when you're a kid to a adolescent. You're not the same.
Exactly.
So things change. So I don't agree with this. My kid coming to me at 11 saying, I want a sex change. Oh, just because you're acting like a girl, that don't mean you're always going to feel that way.
Facts. So can I answer? I got
When you
another
get
question.
when you get of age to make that decision for yourself, then that's what you can do.
Okay, so I have another question. You know what I mean? Because we're talking about identify as. You know what I mean? And these pronouns have become outrageous. I understand that you may identify as you may wake up and say, I feel like I'm a transgender. I want to be, as a woman, I want to be a man. Or a woman, I want to be a girl. Or I'm gay, or whatever the case is. I get all that. But when we start identifying as it, they, where do we put the cap at and say, okay, enough is enough of this shit. Y'all are just making shit up as you go along, and you're just doing it for the attention.
I agree.
Where do we stop that at? Because I understand people want to be gay, and
You got to stop. The
man,
parents
woman,
got to stop that at the household.
But there lies the problem, because some of these parents are like, I'm going to let my child choose whatever they want to be, and if my child decides to wake up and says, I identify as a cat, that's what we're going to go with, and we're going to promote that.
Most parents, your priciest flex is, or your biggest flex is that your child is happy. And there's some people who don't understand what happiness looks like, except for, I don't understand this, but if this is what you're saying it is, I'll rock with you full time. And that is what you see, and allow people to do, because that's not your area.
Do you understand?
That's not your area. Like your area.
It's getting out of. I'm saying it's getting out of hand.
You
Now,
understand what I'm saying, Brown Eyes?
I get the community.
I get it. I get exactly what you're saying.
But what I'm saying is, where do you stop this at? Because now it's getting outrageous. I understand. Hey, everybody has a right to be what they want to be, but now I shouldn't have to be forced to be like, address you as your pronoun. I shouldn't be forced.
I don't think you're forced.
Where it's
You
going
are.
too far when it's in the schools,
Yes.
and they are the schools are forced to go along with what the parents allow in their house. That's not the school rules. You're not teaching kids rules. You're not teaching
Facts.
kids how to follow rules. If this is the rules of where you're at, this is what you got to follow. Now, when you're not at these place with these rules, then you can do what you want to do. I think it's these parents and these people trying to change just because you feel like it's not against their rights. Right now, their rights is what goes on in the school, what these school responsibilities is, what these schools rules is. That's their rights.
I think that's
now what you do in your home, I feel that's what you do in your home. But stop trying to change the rules of like the schools or the churches. Like I don't feel that that's right. In my opinion, I don't believe that it's the parents that's doing it. The schools are allowing it for a reason. There's some kickback somewhere. There's some programs in here that is giving these people money or books. I agree with
so
that too.
I feel like that is why that is allowed. I don't think the parents kind of, again, in my opinion, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but the parents are doing whatever it is so that the paramount is reached that my child is happy. And if I can do this and support you, because if I don't do this because I give a fuck about what everybody think, they think I'm not supportive of my child. If I stand here and say, no, motherfucker, your name is Tarisha. I'm not calling you Ryan. I'm not calling you Daniel. Your name is Tarisha. And then now the social media platform people have is they say these things, and now you on TMZ, and the parents give a fuck. They care. They don't want that to get out, if that's the case. And that's why we are in the climate that we're in, because don't nobody say what the fuck they said. I said what the fuck I said. My parents told me that shit because I said so, and that was a whole answer.
And yeah, my mom said, "You do as I say, not as I do."
Yes.
That's why I raised my kids too. You do as I say, as I do. But I'm gonna respect your body, how you feel.
Yes.
Yeah, you could tell me how you feel. You could tell me what you're going through. But if there's rules other places, I'm not finna change these rules because of how you feel. When you get old enough, then you can do that. But as of now, you're gonna learn how to respect rules and be obedient. That's how kids don't learn obediency, because you want to change the rules because you feel like it doesn't fit you.
But listen, everything is about a dollar or a bottom line. So when you get these things and it appears, as Tone say, to be forced down your throat, there's somebody who's signing yes, we can do that here. Yes, you can do that here, because there's a way, and we're gonna circle it back to Dwayne Wade, how the mother of his daughter, Daya, forget her name, the mother of his daughter is saying, my ex-husband is getting kickbacks and money from allowing our child to do this and being a poster child for it.
I knew it was something. I never heard that.
Yes.
But I knew in my gut it was something.
Yes. He pretty much is the spokesperson for transgender children. So when a woman who had...
So they made this a business. It's
a business. And that's what I think the schools are making a business. Even the churches is going there and saying, look, check this out. This is what we doing now, and with no explanation. But then you go back and you probably check some of them books. It's somebody on the board. There's somebody on the board that needs this to happen.
Wow. That's the first time I heard that.
Yeah.
But I knew it was something. I said it's something. They making this a business. They making it. It's too high. It's too hype. It's too much of a hype.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For it to just be about your kids.
Yes, because if your happiness is just that, like me agreeing with it or not, at the end of the day, shouldn't matter. You still happy being who you are. I don't have to. Listen. I am not the prettiest thing on earth, and I'm okay with that. If you think that, that's fine.
Right.
But you thinking I'm not pretty. It don't change the day. It don't change the day for me.
Exactly.
Still a fact.
Exactly.
Thank you for calling in.
But I just feel, yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This was nice.
And listen, I apologize for calling you Brownie. I don't have my glasses on, and look,
Call her Brownie. You did call her Brownie.
I
You did call
did.
her Brownie.
I don't have my glasses on, and my font is very small on my phone.
You called her
My
Brownie.
apologies, Brownie.
Okay. Y'all have a wonderful day.
You're supposed to say
Thank
Brownie
you,
good. All right,
sweetie.
thank you. Go somewhere, but don't go nowhere. Yo.
Huh?
We gonna need, no.
Thank you,
thank you, honey. Yo, so look, Key,
Yes.
we need you to have your glasses because I see you came in here discombobulated.
I don't
You
got
was
my
all
bag.
off.
No, listen.
You ain't got shit. You ain't got your little cup. You ain't got nothing.
I don't have-
You are off.
I'm off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get next week. Gonna be better. It's
Glasses.
gonna be better.
Glasses.
I'm gonna have my
'Cause
whole
I look forward
situation.
to the different shades, the different
Yeah,
glasses
yeah,
that you
yeah.
wear. I look forward to it. Not today. Today is
I
no
foot
glasses.
up. I foot up.
You foot up.
I
You
foot
foot- you foot up.
I
You
foot
foot
up. I'm gonna be better next week.
You'll be better next week. Okay. Well, I'm glad that was able to have a little of that dialogue this morning. You know what I mean? But still, you know what I mean? I think White Man avoided your answering your question.
Of course he did.
You know what I mean? But it was okay. You know what I mean? Styrofoam
What was
cup.
the question again? I'll answer.
I forgot what the question was now because Kiki answered. I mean, it is.
I asked if those people were chosen. That answer,
Yeah.
they were chosen based upon their ability. No, is that what it was?
I forgot what the question was.
Oh, we got a caller. Okay. Hello.
Caller, who we talking to?
Hey, it's Batman.
What up, Batman? Did the
What
bat
up?
signal work? There it is. Do that. Here we go. What's going on, Batman? Drop some knowledge on us real quick, brother.
I'm really surprised that Styrofoam Cup isn't aware of the things that Kiki was trying to lay out. I'm really surprised because he's so brilliant that I thought he would be conscious in those areas. However, homosexuals and pedophiles, man, they run entertainment. Kyrie and Kanye been trying to get across this past couple of weeks. But they done the first. It's been going on for years. People will come out and tell us these things. But they run entertainment, music, fashion, movies. But the Jews that run Hollywood and the sports world, because they own everything, they are not, if I can bore you for 60 seconds, they are not.
And White Man is bored.
They are not. I'm sure he is. Those Jews, they are not Old Testament Jews. They're not the biblical Mosaic Jews that study the Old Testament or the Torah. They study and they read what is called the Talmud.
The Talmud.
They're Kabbalic Jews. And the beliefs of the Talmud, they run deeper than we can even talk about on one show. But it involves perversion, perverting everything that the creator of the universe says has created to insult him by perverting society to provoke like his return and response to that perversion. That stuff really runs deep, man. But on the surface with us as niggas down here on the ground, stuff that we're not even interested in. That's why they can get away for so long, because we are not interested in those type of things. Does that make sense?
I see where you're going, yeah.
So when somebody like a Kanye or Kyrie or Minister Farrakhan or a Prince or Michael Jackson or all of the hundreds of other people who try to tell us these things, like Cat Williams, who tells us about the mansion parties, Dave Chappelle, who went on Oprah and was telling her how this stuff goes on, and she looked at him like, bro, you better stop talking. If y'all even seen that show when he had that interview with Oprah,
I'm gonna go look for
when
it.
she told him to be careful what you are saying.
these things are taking place with us, and we just don't see it because we're not interested in stuff like that. And we are not interested in things like this because that's part of the programming. That's part of how they program us to keep us asleep. Pause.
Any rebuttal over there, Styrofoam Cup?
Styrofoam Cup,
Just looking for the rebuttal from Styrofoam Cup because it's usually a rebuttal.
And there's something he wants to say. He just doesn't want to say it.
He just doesn't want to say it right now.
There is a $20 million club and up.
I agree.
You can reach a certain level, but when you want to start making $20 million a film and up, you're going to do some things that's a little strange for that change.
Mm-hmm.
Puffy didn't just get the money to start up his record label from just being Puffy. These things are in our face, man. We see it on videos. We hear these dudes talking about it and exposing it for years. We just don't pay attention to it. Okay. Homosexuals and pedophiles run the society. Secret societies of pedophiles and homosexuals. Batman out.
Right.
Come on, Styrofoam Cup.
Okay. He's done this before. I don't understand why you're trying to mix in with pedophiles and homosexuals. There's two different completely set of groups, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's a disservice to the gay community try to associate themselves like that. Also the fact, look, it's not rocket science. It's nothing new, about who runs Hollywood, who runs the media, mm-hmm. whatever. There's nothing new about that. Based off of what we've been discussing here, mm-hmm. Is the fact that what you're trying to state is why do certain actors, in this case, black actors, have mm-hmm. to go outside this weird box to get superstar status? Keep in mind, if that particular actor does not want to do that role, male or female, let's add that in because mm-hmm. mainly it's just been male. Mm-hmm. If they don't want to do that role, that is on their prerogative. Mind you, like I've said before, it is a producer and casting director's field is like, okay, if this person doesn't want to do this role, then we should look for somewhere else. But if they feel it's like their talent is good enough to still be in this role, then we'll keep them. It's their prerogative. Everyone keeps forgetting about this is a business, and where they feel that who is the right representation for this character. Now, going back to also what I've said before is, yes, there should be more representation of a particular character being seen here. We've been now, if you want to really go back, black people have been trying to get on television and movie roles for a long time, get proper representation during the 30s and 40s. That's why they even did movies, exclusively for black people only. And then now it's just like, okay, finally, it's just a newer group that's coming here wanting to get proper representation, to have people who looks like us, act like us, and who actually is us, as they say, to be presented in movies and television. And everybody around now is complaining about that. So all I'm saying is this. I think there's, again, proper discussion. If not, then somebody should be just doing their own shit. And surprising enough, hey, people are doing their own stuff. You see it on YouTube. You see it on Amazon. You see it on Netflix. People are producing their own stuff without major Hollywood companies backing it. Now, mind you, they don't get the high notoriety or what have you, but they're putting their own stuff out. Because why? They want to put out their representation, how they see things and how they want things be portrayed. So for you all to sit here and bitch, moan, and complain and not do anything about it except it's like, well, either A, just don't watch it, that's fine. But if you're going to sit, bitch, moan, and complain and start spewing out a whole bunch of bullshit and tagging along with Kanye and Kyrie and Farrakhan and whom else ever stating the fact it's like, oh, Hollywood is this, that, and every Jew's blah, 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 whatever. It's like, okay, make your own shit. It's like, well, I don't have the money for it. Then stop complaining.
You just proved a very beautiful fact. Kanye is doing that, and guess what they're doing?
Not.
No, let me finish.
No, he's not.
Okay.
I'm going to say why. Because all he's done is bitch, moan, and complain. I haven't seen him done anything outside of that. All he's been doing is going around saying, oh, a Jew did this to me, a Jew did that to me. You haven't pulled out your money. You haven't freaking created your own.
Is he not trying to get a bank? Is he not talking about a city with all black people? Is he not trying to get under? Let me finish. Is he not trying to get out from underneath Adidas and Yeezy? He's doing all of this for that reason. And guess what? They are lynching him because he is trying to do his own shit. He is not happy about the black representation. Let me finish. Because his statement was, and I said this to you 4 weeks ago. His statement was, I don't like how they represent us. The black voice is not the shit that we see on TV. I don't like it. And when he said that, they didn't like him saying it.
Okay. Here's how I see it. You, Kanye, went in bed with them right from the jump. You grabbed their money. So instead of you allowing your Yeezys to be on its own, you figure it's like, well, let me attach myself to Adidas. Let me attach myself to Gap. Let me attach myself to these people. You did that. You didn't feel comfortable doing it on your own. You didn't feel comfortable enough to feel like it's like my product was good enough to thrive on it. My name was good enough to be thrived on my own. No, you attached yourself to that shit, and then you didn't like it. That was his problem.
But that's learning.
That's learning.
That's learning.
That's learning.
Here's learning. This is where I respect Rihanna. She learned by herself. She built her own shit by herself. She didn't attach herself to anything by herself. She did everything by herself. The only thing that pretty much, if the biggest fashion conglomerate went to her to be part of it.
You think that the people that put out Rihanna's albums ain't them? You think Rihanna put out her own music? No. I'm building tears. I'm building tears here.
Okay, so when you say she built her own brand, do you think the people did not have a part of her building her own brand?
Let's say this. Building a process is pretty much like, look, you guys are. This is building a process. You can pretty much start in one small aspect of something and then build up. Once you get to a part where you feel like I can do my own thing, once you got to that status, everyone should be coming to you, and you don't have to worry about it. That's the difference here. He went to them. It wasn't, and in addition to some of them,
you said it's a business now.
Yeah,
you
said
it's
a business. Yes, it's a business.
And I learned from those.
Some people go to that star, or those stars go to them.
Well, how do you know they didn't go to him and come to him?
Some have.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is the fact is like, look, if you didn't like it right from the jump, then you should have never signed it.
Okay, so first off, you know what I mean? This dude, hold on, Kiki. First off, this dude, when Ye came about, he became a giant on his own right. With his music, he became a giant. And I really believe a lot of these people came to him to collaborate with him. But then he realized, this is some bullshit. And he started speaking against them.
Once you're in there, because listen, everybody we're talking about needed somebody to help them get there. The Kardashians didn't come out the snatch doing that. They used the industry. They used it.
Mom used
no. Let me finish. Whomever. And guess what she did? She learned. She now is a conglomerate on her own. But there had to be checks and balances. There was shit that didn't go right, clearly, and shit that went right. I think Kanye did the same thing. You know you gotta have your elbow grease when you doing this type of thing. You gotta learn from those who do it.
To get the millions,
you
to
gotta
get the bag like that. To get the bag like that, you have to rub your elbows with those people.
But also,
and then when he didn't like it, now he's trying to find his exit because, as you said, once I get in here and I could buy a Bentley today, and if them shits is trash, I'm never buying another one. But I bought one to realize how it operates and what I do not like about it. And you got to give Kanye some credit for that.
No, I won't.
I know you won't.
Because here's the thing.
Why not?
Why not? With that analogy, it's like, mind you, it's like I should have pre-known who I would probably go in business with. If his main objective was the fact it's like, oh, I want to get my product fully out there through the world. So let me go through Adidas. Because Adidas has always, based off of what he probably already previously knew, it's like Adidas and black folks, yeah, we're blah, 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 blah.
And they can use my
Stop
help.
for 1 second right
Okay.
there. Before that, what was Adidas? Adidas was a company that wasn't fucking, they weren't on top of the game like Nike.
They can use my
weren't.
help.
So Adidas, I'm willing to bet Adidas went to Kanye and said, hey, look,
Business.
you're a big time star. You know what I mean? He's not a basketball player or nothing like that.
$2 billion? $2 billion, bro.
And brought him over there and said, hey, look, we're going to design. You want to make a sneaker? We can make a sneaker. And he designed it, yeah. But I don't think Kanye went running to Adidas. I think Adidas came to him. Adidas needed a lifeline. Because without the Yeezys, where would Adidas be right now?
And let's be clear on Kanye's come up. No, I'm just saying. No. I'm saying so.
Ahead.
So in his come up, and if you know the story of his come up, you have to allot for mistakes.
Facts.
You have to allot for growth. You have to, and give people credit when it's due, even if you don't fuck with them. And it's clear you don't fuck with him because you have yet to say one thing that he's done proper.
That's his opinion. He's right.
No, he can. But to me, when you don't like people and you have to, you should, yes, you can't name one thing that's great about Kanye or Tom Brady. You will not.
I'll give you one.
I'll give you one.
Because I have to. Because he fucking hates him too.
I'll give you one. I'll keep, like I said, his first 2 albums I do have. It's buried somewhere in my house, but I do have them. And I figured it's like, because again, he was
college graduate,
yes,
and college dropout.
Those are important. Those are
right.
like
After
pillars.
Remember this show.
Okay. Once he's made that statement with Mike Myers standing next to him, I felt like, huh?
About Bush.
About Bush. It gave me an eyebrow raise. It is like, dude, what are you doing? And then what he disrespected Taylor Swift.
Because you a Taylor Swift fan too, ain't you?
No, it's just the fact that
yes or no, you're not.
I'm not.
You don't have nothing to Taylor Swift in your
Taylor. But the thing is, look, she killed September. No one does that. The thing is, it's like once he did that, I felt like, okay, dude, this really wrong. And this is even before his mom died. Mm-hmm. So again, I felt like when you start coming off to a point where it's like your vibe really doesn't mesh well for me, yeah, I'm dissing myself. And that's where I felt was like, whatever if he went in there with Adidas with, high hearts and high hopes and figures he's going to be making max amount of money and all that stuff, if you claim it as a good learning experience, okay, so be it. But at the same time, it's like, dude, if you felt that there was something wrong pretty much right from the jump, why did you sign?
I don't think that he knew that from the jump. I think he had to get into it.
So Sion is stating that the Yeezy brand was with Nike before it was with Adidas. And then Adidas went to him with a better deal and he left Nike.
Facts.
So it doesn't mean that he went to these people; they came to him.
I'd like to say something because I love your perspective on everything. Right, I love it. I had a discussion yesterday at work, barbershop. Right, I had a discussion with one of the gentlemen in there. The gentleman came in and was saying, "Look, I don't fuck with Yeezys. I'm not about to. My family can't wear them shoes. Like I don't like what the fuck he said." And I said, "Wow." I said, is it that serious? Like, yeah, it's that serious. So one of the barbers came in and said the same thing. I said, now, what if, because our name is not on the door, I work at Sonny's Barbershop, 4271 Branch Avenue, shameless plug.
Yes,
really?
What if Sonny, who was the owner of Sonny's Barbershop, heard you say you don't fuck with Kanye and his shoes, and he hard body fuck with Kanye and his shoes, and left you with no job behind your thoughts? How is that fair? And so every client to come in there, do not get your fucking hair cut by him because tell me where that's right at.
Wait a minute.
Tell me where that's right
at. So
at.
what you're saying is if Sonny looked and said, I don't fuck with your thoughts and fired this man.
Yes.
Where can you do that at?
Because you're doing the same thing that's being done to him. And I told him, I said, you didn't think about that. That you in here screaming to the top of your lungs that you can't stand this person. What if the owner of the barbershop fuck with this nigga hard? It's cousins with him, or I'm not yelling, or family members with him, and just and put dollars on this man, and you in here saying what you're saying, and he lets you go, or convinces every client in this shop. Convinces every client, future and past, to not fuck with you because of what you said about who I fuck with. Where's the fairness in that? The shoe don't fit so well when it's flipped around.
No, again,
thank you for saying that, Kiki.
Nature of this business, as you keep claiming, is the fact that it's like, mind you, with something like that nature, if he ends up getting fired because of his statements,
thoughts, feelings,
or whatever,
Go ahead.
pretty much,
Uh-huh.
he has the right to leave or maybe let go. The owner has the right to let them go, but that person has the right to sue that person for for discrimination.
Really now? Really now?
Again, that's how it works.
Oh.
That's why the law can't be on law can't benefit both sides.
Oh.
Now, but in this case scenario, now again with Kanye's case scenario, that is a whole nother story.
Of course it is. He's gonna say
No,
that.
but not
no,
because
no.
not based on the fact of celebrity status or anything in that sense. It's a sense of fact. It's like, dude, you could have just broken ties, treated it like a normal business deal, and called it a say, hey, things didn't work out. We parted ways. As mostly sometimes you say, like a coaches get fired. You don't hear fired anymore. You say we have parted ways.
Parted ways, separated from.
That's all. Yeah, keep it corporate. He doesn't think corporately. That's the thing.
And you're mad at him for that? He didn't even finish high school. You know that, right?
Of course. Hey, college dropout. There's a reason.
He didn't even finish school. You're penalizing him for not giving him the 30 days notice to fucking Adidas.
No, my thing is, like I said weeks ago, it's like your complaint is this. It's small. It's just Adidas or JP Morgan Chase or whoever you're dealing with. You just attack those people. You end up attacking everybody around it to the point where it's like, look, how in the world are you trying to just, quote unquote, blast just 3 entities with a freaking mega bomb? It doesn't make sense.
There are casualties of war.
Facts.
Should have
You
been.
gotta break an egg to make an omelet.
You got to.
break
There's
an egg
casualties of
to
war.
make an omelet.
And who are you to gauge and say that I can't pull Tone in my shit if I feel like it? It's my shit. And if Tone has something to do with it, I can blast Tone. Is it tacky? Probably.
We'll give him that.
But I can do this. It's my business to tell.
If Tone is totally unaware of what you're stating and he's like, whoa, what do you mean? Why are you dragging me? And all that stuff.
You can't be that naive to think that them people did not know this bomb was coming. You said your eyebrow was raised when he said something about Bush. You said your eyebrow was raised.
Known it was coming.
Because it came out of nowhere.
But okay. But right there.
Come on.
Even though it's factual and stuff like that, the thing is like, and mind you, at that point in time, a lot of people.
So you just said, even though he said it's factual, right? Mm-hmm. Is some of the things that he's saying not true? Kanye saying not true?
Okay. Would you say that
would
Taylor Swift won and feel like him going to tell Beyonce had the best blah, 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 and it's like, is that true?
Yes.
Based off of who? Based off of him?
What award show was that?
I said the MTV Awards.
Of course. And at that time, who was there?
Even though Beyonce was awarded later on?
Who was there on? Of course, they had to. They got to get out in front of that thing because they know they fucked up in the first place. The same way and this is different, but it's the same way when Steve Harvey came out here and said, congratulations, Miss Flint, Michigan, and he meant to say Hyattsville, Maryland, and he fucked up and had to go back and do it all over. That's what happened. And you know for a fact, MTV, Taylor Swift in her own right got it. She is amazing in her own right for the people that she have. You can't take away whatever talent they like about her, whatever song, how she be fucking niggas and makes. You can't take that away. Her way is working. However, watching MTV when their audience is 99% me and you, it didn't make sense. Now, was it tacky? Absolutely, but he said what everybody else was fucking thinking.
Yep.
Then keep it to yourself.
Why? It came out.
Say what the fuck I said.
Say what the fuck I said, and I said it. You know what I mean? Well, and that's the problem. Everybody else may be thinking this, but you said it. You know what I mean? Just, come on, man.
Everybody said you big mad in here. You don't feel attacked by me, do you? Do you feel attacked?
You're not feeling attacked.
I gotta ask.
You're
like,
a cancel. You're in your own.
No.
I have the power here.
That's it.
I am the white man.
Here's the white man.
Here's my list.
Oh,
I gotta suck dick in the village town hall. What?
He's gonna give you like 10 different things that you gotta do to get back right.
I can get Ty over here. That's nothing.
Shit.
Say
Wait. Ty, save us. Yo, damn it, man. Oh my God. Yeah. So
the Rippies is coming out.
the Rippies. Oh shit, Kiki, we got to wrap after the show because about the Rippies, I got it. I'm ready to get on board because I got a lot of shit out the way. But Rippy, please vote today. Vote. They got to go. Tell them once again where to go to vote at, please.
Rippies2022.com. And you go and you vote for, we are nominated in all major categories.
So what we're
Show
going
of
to
the
do
year,
is
female personality.
people are
year.
asking for a link.
If you go to Kiki Grant, I did a page. I mean, you go to my page, the link is there. I will put it on Real Talk's page.
And I'm going to put it on my page, and I need you guys to vote every day if possible, please. It doesn't take but a couple minutes to vote and just get it out the way. Tell your grandmama vote. Tell your cousins. Get your little kindergarten and be like, push that button there. Vote for them there.
Well, the place where I got my check from, I was computer like, bam, everyone I walk by. Bam!
Yo.
Everyone I walk by, plus my phones, plus my Nomi's laptop at home that she let me use.
So
I got
need
on
y'all
there.
to vote,
You can vote once a day from any device. So if you got 17 phones, you can vote 17 times. And we do depend on you all to help us win this.
Yo, and so it's not us; it's you guys that help us win these awards.
Pressure.
And we really, we need that. We need to get back at our status.
Pressure.
You know what I mean? Put the pressure on them. I mean, I don't care, but however you do, please vote for us. Voting this is the only way we get back to that stature. But we are hosting the Rippies this year. We're hosting the Rippies this year. Lord knows they're gonna have leashes on. Kiki's gonna have a leash on me. Of course, there's gonna be a leash on me. Remember, the big boss is there. I can't say what I want to say. They're gonna cancel me. No, but we're gonna make it fun. It's gonna be dope. Is it gonna be the same place this year that it was last year in DC?
No,
they changed it.
Things have changed.
Yep.
Really?
We're going to be in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Yes.
More information will be provided later this week.
Nice.
Again, Rippies2022.com. That's where most of the information will be. Tickets will go on sale in a few days, so be wary of that.
Yes, please, please get your. If you want to come out and support us that night and see us live in the flesh in Silver Spring, what is the date for the Rippies? It's the 7th.
The 18th.
18th?
Oh, it's coming up.
It's coming? Okay.
No, we're not committing
December
voting
17th.
fraud.
I see, that was right. I was like,
Right.
on the 17th, we're not committing voting fraud?
That's what he said. We're committing voting fraud.
No, we're not. No, we're not. But it's on the 17th. We'll have the information if y'all want to come out that night and chop it up with us, support with us, see us live in action, and see all the other amazing shows that are on this network, because it's not just us. There are other amazing shows on this network. You really need to check them out. 420, we're coming for you, 420.
Period.
Love 420. Coming for you. Period. You said it was period.
I'm gonna be in y'all face. I'm gonna be on y'all posts.
All this
I'm gonna
weekend.
be in y'all inbox. No, period. Like me. If y'all know me, y'all raise your hand if y'all getting tired of seeing my shit.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna join her. You know what I mean? Because my shit is cleared up now. I could do some shit. I'm gonna join her. I'm gonna put the full court press on you. Please vote.
The Supreme Court or the basketball court?
Nigga, I'm putting the fucking Supreme basketball, fucking FBI, CIA court press on you. Look, there has been an award that has eluded me for these last few years. I want that award just once. Just once.
Gotta work, baby.
Gotta work.
We gotta work.
So now I'm gonna be kissing babies,
shaking hands,
you know what I mean, hugging your girl, slapping her on the butt, whatever.
Choking her to let people know.
Choking her? You gotta walk up and grab her. I got the big mitts. Oh shit! They gonna grab my ball head. They start no shit now. Goddamn.
No, you gonna be choking people ball head girlfriends like and grabbing their head. You know what you say? You gotta grab that.
Yo, you gotta do like you do the jiggly. like if I gotta go stick my hand underneath your wig to grab your hand and massage your hand, I'm doing that, girl. It's on. Look, Kiki looks like, no, don't do that, please.
Let me tomorrow. I gotta wash my hair.
Okay. Programming note.
Okay.
Roughly, maybe within the next 2 weeks, you guys will be having brunch in a sense by me. So you will remember the thing that you figured my Thanksgiving dinner is a piece of whatever.
Okay.
So, but I will.
We getting squash
Yes, you're getting that
and
squash
green bean salad
and the green bean
casserole.
Casserole is not salad. Casserole.
Sorry.
We're gonna have brunch.
Yes. And in addition to, I'm going to ask you this: what type of meat would you like?
Want me to answer that for you, Tone? Because
Nope.
Tone can't with a
Nope,
good
I'm
conscience.
not even-
You got to answer the type of meat you want, Tone.
I don't know. Nah. Nope.
What type of meat would you like?
I'm a vegetarian at that point, nigga.
I'm a carnivore, baby. Bring any of them. All of them.
Okay.
All of
I'll
them.
take a
This will be
slice.
chef's
I'll
choice
take a
then.
slice of some pink pussy pie, though.
Speaking of pink pussy pie, Mountain Dew has their new flavor.
Pussy.
They had their new flavor.
Oh no,
And
we're
I'm
not
bringing
doing
it
that
in.
again.
And I'm bringing
we're
it
not
in.
doing that again. That last flavor. Okay, so for some of the new people that watch, Kiki will find the weirdest shit and weird drinks and weird shit. And we did this before. We did this segment before. We tried the fucking what was the Mountain Dew?
Hot Cheetos.
The hot.
Hot Cheetos Mountain Dew. Guess what their new flavor is, Tone? I don't want to hear your mouth. You just got to taste it.
What's the new flavor?
It's for holidays.
What is it?
Fruitcake.
Did you really